For more than 2 decades, scientists and environmentalists warned of global warming. Eventually, some people sat up and took notice. They realized that we have a global climate on Earth and that we need to fight global warming all over the world. We are all affected. As the glaciers are melting in Switzerland, the deserts are growing in Africa.
myclimate decided to tackle global climate change with innovative solutions, concrete solutions. The concept we're following is called carbon offsetting. It's actually a very simple approach. On the one side, you emit carbon dioxide emissions. For example, when you fly a plane or drive a car or run a factory. But on the other side, you can actually invest in projects around the world that reduce CO2 emissions. So on the one hand, you produce, and on the other hand, you reduce CO2 emission.
One private sector body who decided to participate in this conservation effort is FIFA, the organizers of the 2006 World Cup in Germany. Recognizing the detrimental effect increased travel and energy usage will have on pollution levels in Europe during the tournament, they decided to sponsor projects that help lower greenhouse gas emissions elsewhere in the world. Through the myclimate Foundation, they found such a project here in the southern tip of Africa, where its ancient beauty and natural heritage exists side by side with modern technology and industry.
The myclimate Foundation then went out and looked for nice projects that could suit all their needs. First, a project has to be very efficient in reducing harmful greenhouse gas emissions. But second, the project has to deliver additional benefits to the population. We found that this project here in Letaba suits all these needs very well.
Letaba Estates is a large citrus farm situated in the Limpopo Province of South Africa and owned by the African Realty Trust. They manufacture citrus juice and other related products that are not only used in South Africa, but are also exported to other parts of the world. One part of their operation involves drying the fruit peels in special drying drums. These drums are powered by steam, and the steam is generated by boilers which in turn are powered by large amounts of coal. The coal has to be transported from hundreds of kilometers away. When coal is burnt, it releases carbon dioxide, one of the most serious greenhouse gases. Realizing the long-term effect of this, the Africa Realty Trust decided to look for a more environmentally friendly alternative.
I'm a very keen environmentalist, so the problems that arise from burning of coal have always worried me. So this was a project that I felt we should go ahead with.
Biotherm Energy, a company specializing in finding alternative energy sources that are not harmful to the environment, took on the challenge.
Our basic approach is that we want to provide a complete turnkey outsourced solution. The idea being that we investigate the project. If it's viable, we order the equipment, we build it, we operate, maintain it, finance it, everything. So instead of African Realty Trust generating their own steam as they did before, which is obviously not a core activity for them, they will now be outsourcing it to us and merely buying steam from us.
An ingenious solution was found. A study of the area revealed several sawmills cutting wood for various industries. These sawmills produce large quantities of unwanted sawdust. In cases like these, even mountains of it. Large volumes of unmoved sawdust are environmentally hazardous because they not only pollute nearby streams, rivers and lakes, they also produce methane, which is a greenhouse gas 21 times more harmful than carbon dioxide. Biotherm Energy then developed a double-edged strategy that would solve both these environmental threats in the area. They will replace the old boilers at Letaba Estate with special boilers from India that can burn biomass. The sawdust heaps so close to Letaba Estates will be transported to their plant and used for fuel instead of coal. This will significantly lower the release of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere.
The idea of using waste for energy is one that's gaining popularity globally and that will be implemented more and more often.
Swiss foundation myclimate saw the value in biomass energy solution and brokered a deal with FIFA. The soccer giants agreed to finance the biomass boilers to offset the projected environmental impacts of this year's World Cup in Germany. With such financial backing, both environmental hazards could be neutralized.
With this project, we would replace the boilers, but we would own an equity into the boilers, so we wouldn't have to fund the full 4 or 5 million rand.
Biotherm Energy agreed to operate the steam provision services at Letaba Estates for the next 15 years. Another benefit from the project is that less ash will be produced by burning biomass instead of coal.
The dust particles that are left after the burning of the coal become a major problem, as in our dry climate we have a lot of dust problems.
And the noxious gases released by coal-fired boilers won't be missed either.
The workers are very much happy because of this project, because they see they are going to benefit them and their kids at home, because the air will be clean for each and everybody who's staying near this big factory of ours.
When we hear scientists and environmentalists warn about global warming, we're often left with a sense of hopelessness. It seems that to slow down industrial development is to drop out of the global economy. But projects like the one at Letaba show that there really is a golden lining to every cloud.
I think there's an extremely good chance that there will be a workers' trust created, and that the workers' trust will have a shareholding in the project company that owns the project. This workers' trust in all likelihood will be run by a combination of trustees from management and from the workers, and they will have to decide what the aims of this trust will be. But I would hope that it would have aims like perhaps study bursaries for children of workers, perhaps improving the housing situation of workers, and so forth.
Projects like these show us that there are effective ways to not only combat global warming, but also to empower communities who previously did not have the opportunity to benefit from technology and industry. Now there is hope for the future. There is hope for these children's future. They can fulfill their dreams, one of which is to participate in the 2018 World Cup, a World Cup that will hopefully take place in a healthier climate.